What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we've got a fun video. I can't wait to shoot today's gun. Today is gonna be the all new Shadow 2 Compact. Now, for me personally, this is gonna be the most anticipated gun of 2023. As soon as I heard rumors about this, I was very excited, and today we've got one for you, and we're gonna shoot probably the first 300 rounds out of this pistol to give you an idea of what it might be like for you. Now, the Shadow 2 Compact is obviously the little brother to the Shadow 2, maybe my favorite handgun of all time. Certainly the handgun that I have the most rounds through. I've used this particular one for competition for the last 2 years. But I've had several others. This is actually an AccuShadow, and it is very impressive, and it certainly is an amazing gun, but too big for carry for sure at a whopping 46 ounces. Enter the little guy, the 30-ounce 4-inch double single action here, and we have a much more convenient gun to carry while still being a very formidable platform for self-defense. So I'm excited for this because I've already played with it and I've even shot it a little. This thing, I think, is going to really make a splash in 2023. Now, we've got fiber optic front with a blacked out rear. We have the same optic system as the standard Shadow 2, so the same plates will work. I have one on the way. I don't have one yet, but I will have one for the full review, which we'll be doing in a couple of weeks, actually. Obviously, a light mount on it, because I'm gonna rock my Surefire X300. We have a double single action trigger, which is very nice. You can see that's the double. We'll check the reset here. Very, very nice reset, especially for a duty gun. Really impressive trigger. Aluminum grips here with tons of texture so you can hold on to the gun. We have front and rear straps, 25 lines per inch. Great beaver tail, and all the exact same features that you would get on the Shadow, just smaller. Arguably the only time smaller is actually better, but it does make it convenient to carry, and that'll be nice. As long as we don't lose any accuracy and speed, I'll be really, really impressed. Just like the Shadow 2, it does have an ambi safety as well, and this one does come with a little bit of an extended magazine release and a little bit of a magazine well also. Now, the trigger guard is gonna be very large for gloved hands, which is something always nice on a CZ, and it does have the same internal slide rails to keep the reciprocating mass and the recoil very low.
This is how it looks without the light on it. You can see the full Picatinny rail, and you can see the barrel up front there, the cold hammer forged barrel. Looks very slick, and the control set is pretty slick as well right out of the box. Now this is the 15 round mag that it comes with. It comes with 2 of these. You got flush fits and it locks back just fine. Then we also have, these are the full size Shadow 2 mags, and they obviously fit as well. Now, one of my favorite part about Shadows is their sight setup, and this has the exact same sight as the Shadow 2. So we have adjustable elevation and windage, so wherever your rear sight is, you can fix that. But what I really like up here is these pinched ears on the rear sight. Now, it doesn't seem like much. These kind of center your vision towards the front notch, or towards the notch, which brings you to the front sight. And I've always found this sight the fastest for me to acquire up close, which is where you're gonna be shooting a handgun anyway. They look like they work.
Fucking A. The sun right in my face with iron sights at 100 with a 4-inch gun.
You did it.
It's not bad.
You made it look easy too.
Well, it wasn't. Well, it's not terrible for a $1.15. I could do a little better. It's so funny to hear that 115 hitting from this far away. It's like ping, ping. I gotta tell you, this is an impressive handgun. I've shot shadows for years, and this feels just like my shadow, but smaller. So, I mean, that's what they were going for, and they did it. Pocket reload's nice, that's for sure. Should we see how it does on the timer?
Yep.
Little 2-2.
Do it.
.142. Now the safety is very small, and obviously that's for concealed carry, but it is difficult to operate, and you can't ride it like a standard shadow. That's probably the only difference. Well, obviously it has a shorter barrel, but I would say that's a bigger difference than even that, because it changes the feel of the pistol just a little bit. .138. Let's go 2-2-2. .156. Quick like a cat. .168. It's fast.
Woo!
Now I would say, from my experience so far, now maybe because I shoot a lot of Shadow 2s, but I've always thought the Shadow 2 had like the best speed and accuracy for the money of any gun. And I would say, at least for me, that I don't think I've ever shot a handgun that's this small better than this, but a 2011. I think probably the only thing on the market that would compare to this speed and accuracy wise would probably be like maybe the Staccato CS or maybe an Atlas Gunworks Aries, but you're looking at like a $5,000 gun, whereas this like, you know, 1,300 bucks. For speed and accuracy, this is awesome.
You're so fast I can't even keep up.
I mean, sometimes when I'm shooting this, I forget it's like a compact gun. That's fucking crazy. That's 2.37, 10-yard plate rack. It's pretty impressive. Works lefty too.
Yeah, yeah.
Hit it. Damn, girl.
Woo! I'm not as slick with mag changes. Haha.
You look better than me though. Wow.
Beast.
First impressions of the Shadow 2 Compact were as advertised, thank God. This is sometimes the segment of the show where I'm completely wrong and I make assumptions at the beginning of the video and then everything turns out poorly. But we shot 250, almost 300 rounds for this.
Yep.
0 malfunctions. We shot 115 and 147 grain. Very nice. The gun itself was fast. It was accurate and it was reliable. I shot this as fast or faster than I do some 2011s. Again, a lot of experience on the platform in all fairness, so the grip angle, the ergonomics, everything feels similar. Now, the trigger itself, is it as good as the Shadow 2? Yeah, it is. And I didn't think that was gonna be the case. I thought they would make it heavier for carry, but I mean, the advantage of something like the Shadow 2 over a lot of other guns is that you can have a really, really nice single action trigger, because when you carry it in double action. So you have this initial double action pull here to protect your junk if you're carrying appendix, and that is, you know, 8 pounds-ish, but it's smooth all the way through. Now, the advantage of a double action trigger besides protecting your junk is gonna be dry fire practice. Good portion of the accuracy that I have achieved in my lifetime is achieved in my basement dry firing. And the way that I do that is I take a double action gun, that's why I use the Shadow 2 for the most part, and I aim at a light switch, and I just pull the trigger slowly to the rear, and I don't have to reset the gun like a Glock. I'd have to run the slide, and I just let the trigger out, and I have a longer travel to gauge my grip and to gauge everything that's going on here, and I can see the sight move left to right or up to down, and I can work out that trigger pull as I do dry fire. So that's pretty amazing. The aggressive aluminum grips are very aggressive. The beaver tail is super comfy, just like the standard Shadow 2. That's gonna be the second huge selling point to the Shadow 2 series, and that also carries over to the Compact. I mean, you know, there's a lot of myths about the internal slide raise, but the reality is very small slide mass on the Shadows with a big old grip at the bottom. So you have very little weight up here, a lot of weight down here, and it keeps the gun flat. And along with this great beaver tail and along with the good ergonomics, it allows you to get into that gun and pin that gun down and shoot it as fast as you need to shoot it. I mean, look at the large dust cover here that you see. It's still clearly visible on the Shadow 2 Compact. There's a good bit of weight out in the front. 30-ounce gun, so it's not overly heavy, but it's all right where it needs to be. You figure 3 ounces, 4 ounces heavier than a Glock, but what that does is decrease the overall recoil a great deal. I shot this considerably faster than I could have ever shot a Glock 19, and for not much extra carry weight. The other nice thing about the Shadows is that they are refined over literally like 3 or 4 decades of competition use. So we have an incredible cut under the trigger guard. We have the perfect size of mag release so I can hit it without changing my grip, but it's not going to affect my stomach when I carry it. You know, we've got slick controls, but we still have a pretty decent sized slide release. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was easily able to use the slide release without changing my grip as well. The slide serrations on the slide are aggressive, but not overly aggressive. So they're not going to cut your hand, but you can still grab them and pinch them and do that pinch method if you want to load quickly. All the features from the competition gun are here except for the weight and the size. And that's exactly what I wanted, and they gave me exactly what I wanted. I mean,
don't you love when that happens?
I really do. Everyone knows I'm a CZ fanboy. Obviously this review is biased because I have tens of thousands of rounds for the Shadow 2, but I sort of feel like if you pick one of these up, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, we're gonna do a full review on this, and we are going to be comparing it obviously to the DWX Compact and then several other guns that are in its size and class. And if you have any opinions on what those guns should be, definitely let me know in the comment section. I always check the comment section, and your opinions do matter. So let me know. Either way, I think they're worth it so far. And either way, we're gonna find out, because the gun was an absolute riot to shoot. It was my favorite gun this year that I've shot so far, so I'm gonna shoot 2,000 rounds of it, even if you guys don't want me to. This is a top contender already for my new defensive gun. I don't see how it couldn't. I mean, you go right from this on the range, right to this in concealed carry and home defense, and 30 ounces is a hair big, but not that big, especially for the firepower, accuracy, and performance that I achieved today. I love my Shield Plus. It's very small, it's very light, and it's super comfy to carry it all day, but it doesn't shoot like this, and that's a fucking fact.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. This is a great gun to carry in the winter, right? Because not only does it double action and all that, so if you have gloved hands, you can fit in the trigger guard. That's very nice. That's why I carried the P07 for years, is just because Iowa gets super, super cold, and Glock trigger guards aren't big enough for my big dumb hands with big mitts on. and the P07 has a big enough trigger guard for that, and so does the Shadow 2. The nice thing about that is a coat or a jacket can easily cover up and outside the waistband holster, so it makes it even more convenient to carry a gun like this. I would not be shocked to see these coming out as duty guns in the near future. Like the Staccato P became a duty gun, this is just as formidable, and it's even cheaper for law enforcement agencies. So I do see a bright future for the Shadow 2 Compact. Let me know what you guys think. We're obviously going to take it through the full testing, and if you want to see that, just subscribe, because we're going to have that out in about 2 weeks. If you like this video, please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.